Hello and welcome to this out of class segment video on business level strategy. Alvin Toffler once said, if you don't have a strategy, you will be part of somebody else's strategy. So the fact is that strategies exist and they play a vital role in success and failure of a firm or business. The present out of the class video segment covers one such aspect of business level strategies. A successful business model results from business level strategies that create a competitive advantage over its rivals. For the same, the firm must first decide and evaluate on three major aspects, including customer needs, that talks about what is to be satisfied. So are we looking at the need level, want level, or the desire level? The second aspect is of customer groups, that defines who is to be satisfied. And third is the distinctive competencies of the firm, or basically how the customers are to be satisfied based on the organization's distinctive competencies. So these three aspects majorly constitute the business level of strategy, and the subsequent section of this video shall attempt to elaborate on this aspect of strategy under the business level. Now, in order to understand the business level strategy, let's first try and understand the productivity or value frontier. On this frontier, we have on x-axis we have relative cost position going from high on origin to the low on right hand side, and on y-axis we have buyer value delivered or derived going from low at the origin to high upwards. Now this curve, which is known as value creation frontier, is also called as productivity frontier or state of best practices, and it represents the maximum amount of value that the product of different companies inside an industry can offer to customers at a given relative cost at a given point of time by using different business model. Now from given point of time, I precisely mean that with the introduction of more effective business models or efficient techniques, maybe using technology or improved processes, it can lead to shift in the curve from a lower position to a higher position. And the companies on the value creation frontier or on the highest value creation frontier have the most successful strategy in a particular given industry. Further, to understand the curve, let us consider this point on curve on top left corner with the high relative value and high relative cost position. So over here we are basically talking about firms who are or product who are targeted upon a luxury or elite customer segment. Contrarily, on the other side of the curve, where we are talking about low value derived and low relative cost position, we are talking about low cost products that caters to the masses, or maybe to what we can refer to as C.K. Prahlad's bottom of pyramid. Now, with an insight on the frontier curve, the next aspect is of competitive positioning in accordance to the value creation frontier, and in accordance to the illustration that we just discussed on the two extreme corners or aspects of the curve, the axes have been renamed as differentiation or high cost high value products on the y-axis, and cost leadership or lower cost, lower prices and low value aspect on the x-axis. And on the curve we have 5 competitive positions, including efficiency, quality to reliability, responsiveness to customer, quality as excellence, and innovation, which are moving on the curve from the cost leadership or low cost, low value continuum to high on high cost and high value continuum. Now these 5 competitive positions can further be transformed into generic business model, or what we call as business level strategies. And over here we have on the same curve we have these circles, and these circles represent the market or the size of the market. So for an example, if we look at the lower side or the lower half of the curve where we have cost leaders and focus cost leader, so let's try and understand what the circle means. So over here we have cost leaders, as in who are working on the cost leadership strategy. They offer products with low prices, they manufacture them at lower cost, and certainly they're also the value that is delivered to the customer is also low. But since they are catering to a larger size of market, so they are amongst the cost leaders. And on the other hand, the smaller market sizes over here are probably, say for example, are the new players who are confined to a smaller market size, maybe on the geographical parameters or maybe the extent of business they do. So over here we are basically looking at two derived strategies on these market on these competitive positioning. So we have cost leadership and focused cost leadership. A basic difference between two is the size of market. Though their base is the same, which is they are offering a low cost product, and the value which is delivered is either on the efficiency or quality to reliability level, and somehow they are also being responsive to the needs of the customer. On the other side of the curve, where we are talking about high cost, high value products, we have differentiators, which basically caters to quality and innovation, and they are providing premium products. And same way, the circles represent the market size, wherein we have players who are offering premium products to large number of customers or a huge customer base. And on the other side, as the organizations, they start focusing on niche segment of a market, and they are charging higher premium for very customized kind of products. So they are moving from differentiation to focus differentiation. So over here, from this whole value creation frontier, 4 generic business models can be derived. One is cost leadership, second is focused cost leadership, third is differentiation, and fourth is focus differentiation. Now let's put these 4 aspects into a grid format, which was initially devised by Porter as generic business level strategies model. So on the left we have the type of value and cost we are dealing with. So we have low price products and we have unique and distinctive products. And on the other side of the grid we have that what is the size and type of customer we are dealing with. So we are catering to a smaller or a niche segment, or are we catering to the masses? So based on that, again we can see that a low price product offered to a niche segment is focused cost leadership. The same offered to a mass customer base is called cost leadership strategy. And on the other side, a unique or distinctive product when offered to large masses over here is a differentiation strategy, and when they move towards a niche, it may be termed as a focused differentiation strategy. So to at the end of this whole brief lecture, let's quickly summarize the whole concept that we have just learned. So we have the first strategy is cost leadership, which is lowest cost structure vis-a-vis competitors, allowing price flexibility and higher profitability. Second is focused cost leadership. So it's the same cost leadership in selected market niche. Third is differentiation, where we are talking about distinctive features and we are looking at premium pricing. And in the focus differentiation, the market size has been shrinked and we are only catering to market niche markets. So with that, we come to an end of this video. Thank you for listening.